Hello, friends. This is Sandy, and this video is going to walk us through my on-the-go 8-page workshop. This one's great for really new homes, babies, traveling. Um, it's a really fun project, so I think you're going to enjoy it. This is the die cut that I used to create it. This is a great die cut just on its own, right? Because you've got the cute little keys, the lock, some hearts, and these tags that you really could use for a lot of different things. So I found this one to be one that I'm going to keep out and use a little more often. But you don't need that for this project because I already did all of your cutting for you in this fun little bag, everything you need there. You've also got this piece of paper, and that is, you're going to use the Tags to Go cling stamp. And these are the things that you need to stamp. So you need 3 of the arrows, 3 of this little square, and 3 of this one right here. We're also going to be using all of the sentiments and this little heart. You may want to just have the heart out with some pink, and you can put it everywhere and anywhere. So that's the only stamp set you'll need, and you'll need a pink ink and a black ink. And not everybody loves ribbon. The kit doesn't have ribbon in it, but the ribbon that I used for my samples is Pack Your Bags Twine. It's a 3-pack. And if you're coming over to create the project, you can just use my ribbon, right? That's fabulous. So you know what to do with this. You've got all your goodies in here. Your insert shows a picture of them. I think it's easier just to go to YouTube or Facebook and find the pictures and the videos to help you work through it. You'll also need the mini corrugated embossing folder. That's this one right here. And that's going to put these like zigzaggy lines here and up here on this blue piece. It's all corrugated, which is fun. So there's a little bit of that on all the layouts. If you're coming over, I'll just have this out at a station so you can use it. All right, what else is in your kit? Oh my gosh, these are so fun. So they're foam stickers. It reminds me of little shout out to my friend Lisa Breest from, 2nd to 4th grade. We had our stickers, our puffy stickers were like, I will trade you 2 puffy stickers for an oily. Anyway, a little reminiscing. So you've got this sheet. You're going to use your scissors and cut each one of these out. We're going to be using these throughout the project. So you can be doing that while we go through here. Now we've got 4 different sections. You're going to do just one set of these. It's all separated by 2 12 by 12 sheets. So we've got this one, these set of 2 pages, and then these set of 2 pages. So everything's broken down for you so you don't have to do a lot of fussy, crazy stuff. And I'm not going to go through and do a full assembly of these because I think it's pretty easy to figure out for the most part. What I'm going to do is walk through the pages. So this first 2 is these pages right here. So you're going to first corrugate these. Actually, all of these pieces right here on top are going to get run through that embossing folder. And we're going to use these throughout. So go ahead and get all those, pause your thing and get all 6 of these embossed. And you can run both through at the same time. So stack 2, run them through, and then you'll just need to turn it around and run it through again. Where did I put the embossing folder? Oh, down here. Let me grab it so I can explain that a little bit better for you. All right, so this will go through like this, run it through the machine, then take it out, turn it around, and run it through again. That way the whole thing And you're going to do that. And obviously these can go together like this. Put them in here. These two and these two. Run them through, flip it around, run them through. You've also got some yellow tags in here. You're going to do the same thing to the yellow tags. Then the layout, this first layout here, you're going to take this piece and you're going to trim 3/4 of an inch off the top and 1/4 of an inch off of each side. And then here, you're going to trim 1/2 of an inch off. But right here, you need to stop with your cutter because you're actually going to trim so that that little point sticks out. So just, take it slow. You're looking for a nice green frame in the end, but don't get rid of those pieces that you cut off because we're going to use that top one right over here. And the long one we cut off the side, we're going to use here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 different pieces we're going to use all from this card. Okay, then we've got our 4 pieces here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are going 1/2 inch up and 1/2 inch in on either side, right? So it gives you that nice white frame. And then you're going to put these pieces on and just use your scissors and trim, whatever's hanging off. And then same thing here with the corrugated. The whole reason we end up putting this on here is because when you put the corrugated on there, it actually shrinks the paper, right? Because now we've got things going up and down, up and down. It shrinks the paper about that much, which is why that ends up being a part of this project. Okay, so we've got all those base layers down, right? All those pieces. And then what we have left here are 3 photo wells, which are 1, 2, 3. From there, these 2 are from the cutout piece. These 2 are from this little bag. And then we've got puffy stickers, right? So we've got our puffy stickers, which ended up here. We're going to use the orange, 3 of the hearts, right? From here, this orange heart here. Don't forget this little guy right in here. We've got our green arrow. Then over here, down here, we've got a circle and one of those things that we cut out, right? The square that we cut out and a little heart. And then up here, the other little circle and the other square. Then over here, 1, 2 of the, it's like a square shape, but it's got waves in it. So a green and a gold with an orange arrow, another one of the tags with the last of the 3 squares there. Key. And what I did was you can use your scissors or you can use a piercing tool, totally up to you, but you're just going to kind of get in there and shred, shred, shred after you tie this around there. Let me bring that up close. Then we've got the word congrats from our stamp set, the heart, your little doodad there, put the heart in the middle. That's from your cut the die cuts that I did for you. That's where that little gold heart comes from. And then you've got a heart there. So that fully completes that page. It's really, because most of the work's been done for you, it really goes together really fast. The green pages are the next one in your stack. So you've got 2 each of several different pieces, right? 2 of those, 2 of those, 2 of those. And then 2 of the blue that we did in the beginning, right? When we put those through the corrugated, right? So 1, 2, 3, and the 4. Remove those. So the layout, 1, 2, 3, 4 is parallel, right? You want that whole thing to flow really well from the left page to the right page. Then we've got our photo wells. Once you get those in place, your photo wells are the biggest one, the longest one, and the little guy. And this little silver piece tucks right up underneath there. And then for your, these are the cutouts from the tags. You've got your bag of tags that you're just gonna, let me bring that up close so you can see. It's just building all these embellishments to create these fun little clusters of fun. Got your little guy up here, another one there. And then same thing, once you get your ribbon tied around your keys, or maybe you're going to use string or, you've got options. Look at your stash. What do you have? Or if you're using mine, again, I used this ribbon and just knotted it up and then shred, shred, shred. I love how that star fits on the silver there. And here we're using our black arrows. So 1, 2. Is there only 2? Let me just stamp 3. Oh, down here. There's the third one. All right. Let's go to our next one. The blue pages are the next one in your stack in my kit. So we've got 3 sets of 2, right? We've got 2 1 inches, 2 2 inches, and 2 4 inches. Excuse me. And then we've got 3 photo wells and then this fun guy here. So let's take a look at the layout. Nope. This way. So 1, 2, 3. Then here's that corrugated piece. And if you are having trouble making it go all the way across, I took my scissors and cut underneath here. And so there's a little gap, but it's hidden. Same thing under here. There's a little gap so that I can make my corrugated piece go all the way to the edge. Here's where that card from your kit goes. Just smacks right on there. And we're going to build on top of that. There's the photo wells. That's from your tag cutout. Oh, a lot of the tag cutouts on this one. Again, there's stamping, and then here, lots of pink hearts add to that. And I'll bring that up close. These ones on this page, instead of doing the fray, I swooped it through, right? I swooped. And then up here, I just did a knot and trimmed off the edges. So it's just straight through there. Add your tags. Here's a little thing there. Here we've got that tag shape, but underneath or over top of that tag shape, I used the foam sticker. I love that little tiny key there. Enjoy with a pink heart. And then here, there's that blue heart on top of there. And then you add these tags. I put a little bit of glue to hold those tags together so that I could get my string through a little easier. It just made things easier for me. You could just, when you get them tied together, then tape them down. Puffy arrow. And here again, it's the shape underneath and then the puffy sticker shape over top. And then we're working on our last pages. Again, I would go back to the pictures and really zoom in for all the details so that if yours needs to look exactly like mine, that's the best way to do it, is just to use the free frame pictures and zoom right in. Let's work on our last set. So here's our last set of pages for this kit. Got a lot of different pieces in there. These 2 are the same size, but everything else is different size, so we're going to walk through it. The bigger green goes on the right page, the smaller green goes on the left. Then these 2 pink pieces are the same, so you can just put them on. Then the bigger white goes here, the smaller white goes here, and that has brought us to the middle. So now we have our basic flow, right? It wasn't so bad. Here we've got the smaller and the bigger of those two pink pieces. And now, right, that should use up all those pieces except this one. So what you're going to do here, I want you to cut an inch off of this side. It's going to bring it pretty close to the point here. You may want to go 3/4 of an inch. Maybe it is. Yeah, it's 3/4. I lied. Whew. Do 3/4 of an inch off of here and a half of an inch off of here. Okay. And we're going to use that here and here. So the bigger one here, the smaller one here. Then just go ahead and cut the whole thing out there. You're also going to cut the heart, right? There's a little teeny tiny heart there. You're going to use that right up here. And then down here is where all the rest of that is. And I just left a teeny tiny little blue frame around the whole thing. Just a little smidgen, so I didn't have to worry about getting too close and making a mess of things. All right, so let's just take a quick close look at all the goodness here. We've got our paper airplanes, layers of tags. So 1, 2, 3 actually tags here. The silver, the green, and then over top of the green is the puffy sticker. And after those were assembled, then I added the string. And here I just swooped the two through and left everything else dangling. Blue star. Here we've got, this is a tag that we cut out. These ones, this one I did the corrugation to, stamped that one, tucked that one behind. And then here's that little black piece we cut out, stamped and cut. Here I tied the bow. So I tied a bow. I get one. I'll make one. Because sometimes this is hard for people. All right. So if you just make 2 bunny ears and swoop them. Oh, my hands are clammy. And pull. Right. So now we've got our basic bow shape there, just from 2 bunny ears. And then here we're just going to do some pulling and tugging and twisting till we're happy with our bow. And then boom, look at how cute your little bow is. Cut it off and use a little teeny tiny one of these guys, one of the little glue dots, and roll it up and stick that right behind there. This one's hard to see, but there's a little yellow sticker there. Then more paper airplanes down here. There's that date stamp from, again, everything is from the tags to go. So that one right there. And our layer of tags, here's that other corrugated, and then a third corrugated tag up here. Boom, boom. I'll bring this up close so you can see all the different layers here, a lot of different layers. The key is going to go on last because it's going to overlap everything. So I started up here and did this one, and then that one, and then the green. The yellow went on, then the silver and the black, and then the key was last. Throw your stickers on. Again, we already talked about where those came from. We've got this one here. And then up here, airplane, airplane. There's the tag. Again, just did a little, we didn't talk about this bow, but same kind of bow. There's the last of those puffy postage hearts. Here's another one of those silver hearts on the tag. Fun. It's just fun. I love all the layers with this workshop. So that was my on the go 8-page. I hope you enjoyed. I do have 2 kits left. Let me know if you want your name on one. Thanks for watching.